Welcome back to another episode of Watch Me Mix. We are continuing with A Place for Us by Carlos Gonzalez, and we're about to jump into the snare, hi-hat, all these drum samples here. In the last episode, we set up this parallel compression track to mix with all the drum kit sounds that we've already got going. So it's time to jump right in, and let's see what this snare sample sounds like. So when you listen to this, you can hear that it's very compressed. This is like another parallel compression addition for just the snare sound. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mix this in, and that's going to give us sort of that big wham sound added to the snare. So let's listen to the drums so far. Let's pull this snare sample all the way out. Here's the drums so far. And what I'll do is I'll just mix this snare sound in. Cool, that's good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over to this hi-hat area right here, and we're going to mix that in. I've got it panned a little bit to the right already. Yeah, I kind of like where it is, right around -9. Maybe down a touch. Now we've got these cymbal samples, which I think are also in a pretty good spot. Let's listen to the lead up here, right here. Nice. Got these tom samples. Those sound like this. And I've got electro percussion and then taiko as well. And so these guys I think are in a decent place. Let's listen to them with everything. Nice. And we've got a couple others here. Let's check this one out. Yep, so this one's just some clicking. And then we've got this sticks one over here. More kind of percussion clicking. And then it's got this like glitch track right here. Just want to check this one over here, make sure that is mixed in pretty well. Okay, it's like a sub bass. I'm just going to pull that back a touch, but that's not bad. It's just like a sub bass boom. Cool. So that puts us in a pretty good spot. Now, I wanted to share something I did. I believe I did this off camera, is I made VCA tracks. So I made, they're almost like track groups. I just selected all the drums and percussion like this, right click on them and create new VCA. And I did the same for the bass and then the same for everything else. So the bass is on its own and then everything else minus the vocals is on its own also. So if we come way over here, you can see we have drums and perc, band, and bass. They're all at -4 right now, but what this allows me to do is I can essentially turn everything up or down like this. But then what happens is if I want a little bit more bass, which I don't think is soloed yet, so let's make sure we get everything soloed. Add the bass right there. And then we'll get everything except the vocal solo. That's the electric guitars, synths, strings, all that stuff I did in the early episodes. So I have complete control over them here. So essentially, if I do this, where I pull down the band and the bass, I'm going to have just drums and perc. Let's go over here. And I can bring up bass. Bring up band right here. So right now it's just piano, but later in the song it's all the other stuff. So let's find another spot that's more busy. Maybe here. Actually, how about these electrics right here? VCA is a really nice way of sort of organizing your tracks. So you can see I have a lot of control when I use just these three tracks. The other thing that you can do to help organize, because we just have so many tracks here, is I can just make folders similar to what I've done over here, track stacks. So if I take, let's try all of these. So I'll make folders for drums and percussion. So what we can do is say create track stack, and then you'll see here we have folder stack. It just lets you mute solo control volume from the main track. It doesn't allow you to do plugins on the whole mix. So if I hit create, what that does is just puts all of that on this sub here, which I have control over here, but I don't need to use this. I can just click this open to see all the tracks, but it just gives me more room. So I'll call this drums and perc. It matches the VCA. We'll leave bass alone, and then we're going to select all these, and we're going to do the same thing. Right click, create track stack, and keep it a folder stack because we're not doing any mixing on this. And I'll name this one, I didn't name it drums and perc. We're just going to name it band. Okay, there we go. So now you can see it gives us a lot of room. We have just the vocals to work on right now. So we've got band there, drums and perc there, and then bass here. I'll also notice that it allows you to open them on the mix window down here as well. And while we're at it, I might as well do the same thing on the backing vocals. Like that. So now we have this much more organized view. If we look at the mix view, it's a lot more organized as well. We can even do things like change the change the icons. If I right click here, I can do that. Right click here, band, maybe I'll put like a guitar. Let's see if there's like a full band. You can make custom icons too, by the way. This is neat. I don't think there's a full band. Yeah, let's just do a guitar here like that. And then we're going to do drums and percussion. We'll do a drum kit like that. Cool. So that gives this gives us a little bit of separation in between, just I can see things easier, basically, is what this is doing. So it's time to start getting going on the vocal sound. I'm pretty happy with the band. Let's take another listen. Cool. So let me take a listen to this vocal, and we'll talk about what the approach is going to be here.
I don't know how many times I've fallen.
Here it is, soloed up.
Honestly, I lost count long ago. But you've always been the to pull me back up on my feet. Oh, I can taste the blood.
Cool. So we've got that lead, and he's got a big portion of the song he's singing in this falsetto here.
Oh, my lips is nothing. I know I've let you down before.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start doing a little bit of EQ compression on this vocal, and we'll see what we're going to do with this double take. I think what I might do is just keep the double take for the falsetto parts, and then we'll get into the backing vocals. So a lot of stuff to do here. We're pretty well set up in terms of getting the vocal mixed. So pretty short episode here, and I'm going to get into the vocal mixing in the next episode. So stick around.